Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I Mohammed Iqbal Shah, teacher by Higher Secondary School Tarthpura, wants to deliver lecture about environmental science for the students of class 11th. Today's my topic is population ecology. How forward positive sympathy and respond if there are some errors or emissions currently ignored. Firstly, I will tell you about population. In biology, population is defined as the group of living organisms, all living organisms, whether plants, animals, herbs, shrubs, trees, unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms. Biology stresses upon all living organisms lives in particular area, whether temporary or permanently, having capability of interbreeding. Those very organisms, living organisms, whether plants, animals, herbs, shrubs, unicellular, multicellular, lives in a particular area for particular time, uh, and having capability of interbreeding is called a population. And there is difference between biology and sociology. Sociology stresses that population is defined as a collection of humans. Population in sociology means collection of humans. The demography is a social science which determines the statistical study of human population. Population is, in simple means, is defined as a number of people living in a city, town, region, country, or world. Population is usually counted by a process of collecting, analyzing, compiling, publishing data, which is known as census. Every country, every state, every union territory has its own laws, which collects the data of population, which analyzes, which observes, which determines, which notifies the areas, which collects data of all inhabitants, whether they are permanent or they are temporary. They make their data, compile their data, analyzing their biodata, and collect it in simple way that's known as census. Ecology is the branch in biology which deals with the study of relations between livings and their environment, or between living and their surroundings. It is also defined as a study of house where we live in. The term ecology was first coined by German biologist, namely Ernst Haeckel, in 1869. 1869. Many ecologists defined ecology on their own way. No one definition resembles each other. Ecologists and educationists defined ecology on their own way, on their own thoughts, on their own views, on their own results, on their own analyzing. Some definitionists, I will tell you, Darwin said ecology is a condition of the struggle for existence. Darwin explained ecology as the condition of the struggle for existence. E. Warming is another was another scientist, was another ecologist who defined it in 1895 as a study of organisms, in relation to their environment. Similarly, Fraser Darling in 1963 explained ecology as a science of organisms in relation to their total environment. Patrick Elmint said in 1916 that ecology is the science of community. Woodham explained that ecology is the structure and function of ecosystems in nature. Today, my topic is ends here as due to non-availability of 4G. As you know that 2G is running in the Jammu and Kashmir and we are badly suffering. It takes a lot of time to upload on the YouTube. Hope for your positive sympathy and response. Now I will tell you to some extent population in biology. Population is defined as a group of living organisms, and in sociology population is a collection of humans. Here citrus dependence up here there is citrus upon all living organisms, and sociology citrus is the collection of humans. Population in simple means is the number of people living in a city, town, village, country, etc. And ecology is that very branch of biology which deals with the study of relations between livings and their environment, surroundings, between living or and their environment, where they lives, where he can adopt, where he can live, where what he feeds, what he eats, what is his dwelling place. And there are so many definitions regarding ecology. German biologist Ernest Haeckel in 1869 termed the ecology first. He coined the term first ecology in 1869. Similarly, Darwin defined ecology as the condition of the struggle for existence. Warren defined ecology in 1895 as the study of organisms in relation to their environment. Patrick Elmont said in 1916 ecology as the science of community. Wooddown explained the ecology as the structure and function of the ecosystem. Professor Darling in 1963 explained ecology as the science of organism in relation to their total environment. وما علينا إلا البلاغ.